Hi again everybody, it's Amy Shaw and I just thought I would show you a really pretty and quick technique, something else that you can do with your Pro markers besides colouring in all your images. This is one little technique I actually picked up from Lindsay Mason, so thank you Lindsay. I saw her doing this one day and I thought I would share it all with you today because I just love it and I keep doing it now all of the time. Now what we're going to create is a background to stamp your images onto. This is instead of using a pattern paper, or if you want to make something to your specific colourway, you can do this with ProMarker pens, any kind of pens for your backgrounds, your Copics, any at all. But I've used the ProMarkers because I really love the colours in the ProMarkers and I love the effects that they give. But what I wanted to do was a slightly, well, brighter, but, you know, more pastely tones as well. So I'd like to use the lilacs and the pinks and blues and yellows and greens that you can see. And then stamped over the top with a Hero Art stamp and my Stays On ink pad. So let's go ahead and get started. And the simplest way to get started, I'm just going to get my piece of white card. Hang on for me 1 second just while I trim this off with my paper cutter here. And what I'm going to do, take my white card, okay? So I'll keep my card here at the side so we can see what we're doing. The best way that I've found to do this is any piece of plain white card. Now I always put a little bit, a tiny bit of adhesive to keep my card straight just while I'm doing my lines, okay? So I'm going to take my Pro markers and a ruler. These are the necessary tools for this job. And what I'm going to start doing, let me just move aside so you can see. I'm going to take, as you know, Pro markers are double-ended. I'm going to take the chisel end, the chisel tip, which is the fatter end as it was. And I'm going to use my ruler upside down. You don't want it to be flat onto your card, otherwise, you know, you can brush your ink away and things. So I'm going to take it upside down. And all you do with your chisel end flat is just draw lines. Okay, couldn't be simpler. Randomly. You can either do them at, you know, the same intervals or random intervals, whichever you want to do. And that's all there is to it, putting down your first colour. Okay. Then I'm going to take my next colour. Now that was the China Blue, just in case any of you want to know. The next one I'm going to use is Rose Pink. And I'm going to go again and do some lines. Now don't be worried if they slightly overlap each other. It doesn't matter at all. So straight lines, you can see how simple this is to do. And I'm going to go with a little bit of green, which is the meadow green colour. And I'm going to go on this side, straight lines. You see how quick and easy this is just to create your own background so that you can colour coordinate with anything. I love it. And the last one that I'm going to do is my vanilla. I'm just going to go a little bit along there, that's it. I'm going to go over twice with my vanilla because I want it a bit stronger. There you go. And can you see how very simple that has been to make? So what do we do next? This is going to be our background, obviously. As you can see a bit on this card at the side. And I'm going to take my Stays On ink pad. Now I know that I always say you don't use Stays On when you're colouring in with your Pro markers because it bleeds. But that's for colouring in. Okay. So for this purpose I can use my Stays On. It is what I have here at home. So that's why I'm using it. Of course your other ones to use are your Memento or your Impress. So I'm going to take my stamp, my very dirty stamp. And I am going to ink this up. Now I'm not going to ink it all the way. Can you see? I'm just inking it to part of it. I'm not doing this bottom section. And I know we always say ink pad to your stamp, but really when it's mounted like this, I find it really doesn't make any difference. So I'm just going to do my taps. And then I'm going to go to my coloured background and stamp. Press firmly and lift off. And can you see that we're then getting, let me just move this, if I can just zoom in this camera for you a little bit and away, you can see this a little bit better. So I've then done one stamped image. I'm then going to take my rubber stamp back to my ink pad and do some more inking on there. Do this so I can do this slightly taller. No, I'm going to go slightly shorter. Slightly shorter. Press down. Ink again. Taller. Press down. And shorter. And press down. Okay, so that's all there is to it. I'm going to put my lid back on my ink pad. I'm going to clean that stamp as soon as I am done. Let me just clean my craft sheet. And I always have a piece of tissue at the side with my StayOn cleaner already on, so I can just clean my stamp and my surface. And there you can see that we have the finished image, our coloured background with our stamped images on. Now don't worry if you have some that are going over the edge. I like this effect, I like how it looks. So what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to take a message, any old message, whatever message you want. And I always like to leave a little gap. Can you see we've got this gap at the top so I can go and put my message into. Again, it's a Hero Arts message and it's a really cute one because it says, dreams really do come true. Which I think is a lovely sentiment, something that you can use all of the time for any kind of card. And I'm going to press that into the middle. Okay, it's overlapped slightly there, but I do think it's cute. So there you go, that is our finished background and stamped. And then all I've done is, I'll just show you, matted it on to a bit of black card. And can you see the black creates the frame? And then I've just put it onto a white scalloped card. So that's a cute little card, just using your ProMarkers, a ruler, and some Hero Art stamps. But of course you can use any kind of stamps that you want to. Okay, have fun!